What is going on, guys? It's Rick here, and today I bring you the third round of Open Cayman das Fitas, the tournament that I played in the end of April. And we have here me with the black pieces against a 1800 player, so very strong. I just came off a draw against a woman candidate master, and let's see what I can do against this player right here. The game was played in the same day. The first game was against the master was played in the afternoon, and this was at night. So my opponent here, he started with the e4 opening. Went Caro-Kann, c6, went d4, d5, takes, and c4. So this is the Panov variation of the Caro-Kann. Uh, yeah, I have. Then no one ever played against me this in OTB, but yeah, I don't feel like it's a big problem. So I went knight f6, knight c3, e6. There's a lot of ways to play here, but I went for e6. You went bishop f4, went bishop d6, and here you went bishop g3. It was the first time. It was like I felt a little bit confused here. I was expecting him to play takes, but to take the bishop. But yeah, here I was. I think it was the first time that I actually started thinking a bit more, because there were a lot of ways that I could take here. A lot of ways I could have played here, and yeah, those include just castling, taking the bishop on g3, taking on c4, playing knight c6. A lot of options, I guess, but I didn't really like the fact that if I castled here, he would have like knight b4. Like I didn't really like this, although computer thinks this is completely fine with either the bishop b4 or queen a4. Honestly, I didn't really like this, that he had this, because I thought that I would have to take, and after he takes here, he just has a lot of pressure in the future against against me, and yeah, I didn't really like this position for me, although the computer says it's better for black, actually quite better for black. But yeah, I didn't really want to play this because I thought that I would just be defending the whole time. But here, I mean, white is just so underdeveloped. This knight is not really doing anything here. I can just probably take, play knight c6, pressure this isolated pawn, get my pieces out maybe quickly. And yeah, I didn't really consider this option. And so I just went a6 to stop, knight b5, which I mean is fine, but I could have just castled and I would be fine. When knight f3 here, I didn't want to take. Of course, I just went knight c6, and here went bishop c5, like you went c5, and I just took now. He took with the h pawn, and here I mean, I didn't, I in this structure I feel like c5 is very like just premature, just because like it's not that good, because I can always play b6 and undermine this structure. But let's see, I probably made a bit of a mistake here going b6 immediately. First probably just bishop d7, and I still have time to do this, but I went b6, he went b4, and here the problem is that I can't really take here because queen a4 just wins me the piece. So yeah, if I went here, maybe after this I can just take. But yeah, I didn't consider bishop d7. I didn't play bishop d7, and I went b6 straight away. He went b4, which is a nice move. He took, and yeah, I just played knight. I played queen a5. trying to pressure him. He went rook c1 here. I just thought that I was very good, a good position after knight e4. Uh, but yeah, he responded with queen a a4, which is it's a very nice move. Honestly, I didn't see this, and here I mean I just felt like I probably needed to develop my pieces, and yeah, I just played bishop d7, and he took my queen. I took his queen, and then he played knight takes, um, pawn takes knight, and here also I didn't calculate all of this. I didn't see queen a4, so then he played knight f5, and here I was like, okay, I'm already losing a pawn. It's not ideal. This is not good, and yeah, I felt like something went wrong, like right away, and probably was just that decision to just not castle. You know, I just created ghosts where there were none. A6 was a waste of move in the end, trying to prevent knight b5, which wasn't even a real threat. So yeah, just a lack of understanding of the position for me, and the evaluation of danger. Um, yeah, I just went knight f5 here, and he took the pawn, which I was like, okay, I'm done a pawn, but let's fight, right? The game is yet from being over. So king e7, let's go. We're not castling this game, we're going to play like this. He went rook h4, and here I was thinking a lot of, about a lot of things, you know, just trying to maybe bring the king in and get this knight. Um, Although the problem is that when I go here, he always has knight check, you know, and even just takes, and then just move the knight back or something like that. And I also don't really have time to just go bishop e8, bishop g6, because the same thing, he just moves the knight away, and this rook is always protected by this pawn. So yeah, it's kind of, there's no tactics like that to win the knight, and yeah, so I just play knight c6, trying to get my knight back into the game, also attacking d4, and you went rook d1, protecting the pawn. I attacked another pawn with knight b4. He went f3 here, and yeah, the engine already says that I'm better, uh, and the move and makes me being better is e3 here. I didn't really see this move, and honestly, just looking at it, I don't really understand why this is so good. It feels like this pawn is just too overextended, and it can just simply just win it. Like, I don't know, but it feels like he can win it somehow. I don't know, bishop e2, but okay, it's starting to get active HB. Yeah, I didn't really see e3, and even I have to maybe after the game trying to understand it better. I mean, I feel like this wouldn't work because of bishop here, no? Oh no, it just takes. Yeah, even king there. I mean, it's telling me knight d5. Yeah, I didn't really see all of this, honestly. I just thought that that f3 was a good move, trying to undouble the pawns, and I just took. But yeah, I'll for sure look at that variation more in deep with e3 to understand it, because even right now I don't understand it. E takes f3, she takes f3, and here we have knight takes. I thought, let's just win back the pawn and dip out, right? And here went d5, which I also didn't see, and this was very scary. I mean, very active move, just pushing the pawn like this. Was definitely not expecting something like this. I felt like I was very like out of the game from the get go. I just wasn't like sharp, or just playing well. I felt like there was something wrong with me there. I took it took I played knight c3 trying to get my knight back into the game. Like this knight was really a problem. Just just out of the game. He went rook e5 here. And yeah, here I mean after like before taking on d5 I calculated all of this. Um I calculated all of this and I assumed that I would be just fine after this check and just knight g6 because I would be attacking the knight, and even though this looks like super losing, I felt like this was the best try, and in the end I would be with even material and a lot of pieces traded, so and my king was active, so I thought that I could hold this. He went rook e7, which just allowed me to trade a lot of pieces, and here like thankfully I have at the end rook c5, pressuring the pawn. He attacks my knight, and here I made a really horrible decision. I have pretty much two moves with the knight. I have pretty much rook a4, like knight a4, and I have knight b5 here. I don't know, like the first one that I initially looked at was definitely knight e4. I don't know why I didn't like this because I ended up playing knight b5, which is way worse. It's pretty much a 1 point difference. So it goes from completely equal with knight a4 to better for white after knight b5. And here I don't know why I actually didn't go for this because it feels like I'm just winning the pawn. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Was it maybe because of rook d6 and yeah, I don't know, but even like maybe it just takes, and oh, I'm actually winning here because yeah, he has to defend the bishop, right? Yeah, this is just a draw. I don't know why I didn't go knight a4, honestly. It's one of those moves where I can't really understand. Was it this? But knight takes e5. And yeah, like now I'm even like up a pawn. I don't know why I didn't play like this. I played knight b5, which allowed him to just uh, get active and attack my pawns. I went g6, you went king f2, I went king g7, you went rook rook d5 here and rook e5 here, and here I thought that maybe he was threatening to come maybe here and attack my pawn, and I decided to play rook c6, but even this was bad. Apparently by the engine I thought that this was fine. The engine wants this and says that white is winning or very close to winning with all of this, and yeah, I mean I can't really I can't defend my pawn. Maybe he can just grab it somehow, but neither did I see it or my opponents saw it. You just played a e4 and I played a knight. Played knight c3. Like another questionable move. I think just my idea was knight c3, knight e4, and just win the pawn because I know that if we both trade these pawns, I know that there's no way I'm losing this. It's just a draw if we trade these pawns. But yeah, here the engine just says, yo, just chill, go back, knight c7. And probably after queen d4, yeah, the engine says start pushing your pawn. Yeah, it's so hard, bro, it's so hard. I felt like I already went wrong with before on when I didn't go knight a4. But here, I just, yeah, I just realized that I didn't really have time to go here. Because if I went here, I felt like probably just, oh my god, I felt like this was Oh my god, just not. Oh my god. I was so out of the loop, like, I was playing so bad. Oh my god. Knight a4. And here it just calmly goes bishop b3, and I lost my knight. Like, incredible. Like, if I go here, he just has king c3, and my knight is trapped. So, I mean, out of nowhere, from a completely equal endgame with pretty much nothing to say, I just completely got lost in the sauce. Here I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I threw this game, bro. This was such an easy draw. Like, I feel like so uncomfortable when I'm playing end games. It's ridiculous for me. Like, I really have to work on that. But I did already manage to order a book about endgames. It's from Jesus de la Villa. It's 100 endgames you must know. And yeah, I felt like after I read the book that I have to read, that I'm reading right now, How to Reassess Your Chess by Jeremy Silman. After I read that, I will go straight into the 100 endgames you must know, because it really is the part of my chess which is at the weakest point for sure. Like, it's I choke so much, and it's so annoying, like getting just destroyed in so many drawn end games. I already lost so many drawn end games from my games, which, or wasn't able to convert winning end games, which is so annoying. But yeah, they don't come naturally to me, and I really have to study them hard, because yeah, I just don't have talent for end games, I guess, or I don't know, I really have just a natural feeling for them. I don't know, but it's hard also because in this type of games, and sorry for me rambling here, but I had to say, in this type of tournaments where you play so many games, like you just start getting really tired, and decisions start to not make sense sometimes, and you just, it's so easy to make blunders when you're playing for so many hours, and you have so much like nerves, and yeah, it's something that comes with experience. But yeah, I felt like that throughout the tournament, that it was really stressful and very tiring, and yeah, it was hard. As the tournament progressed, it was getting harder and harder to play well, for sure. Uh, so yeah, he just takes my knight. I'm down a knight. I check, and I just go rook b6 here. I'm completely lost, of course. He goes knight c4. I try to go and grab his pawns for some reason. He goes check. I go king g7. He takes. I go here, and here I just thought, okay, he just goes rook a3, and yeah, I'm not doing anything at all. I'm just gonna lose. I'm just gonna wait for my death, pretty much. Uh, yeah, I could have just resigned here, but I didn't want to resign because I was so like pissed off for not being able to just draw that game. I was just so mad and so annoyed with myself that I was like, I'm not gonna resign. I'm gonna keep playing on because I'm so like mad, and I don't want to resign yet. So he went check. I went king h6, and here he just went bishop g8, and I was like, okay, he just wants to mate me straight up. He doesn't even want to protect his pawn, and I was like, okay, he's definitely threatening mate here. If I do a random move like captures, he's just mate in one. So yeah, I also saw, okay, maybe I have king h5, and then like he checks me. I go here, and I thought that probably he just goes here, and I'm dead, because after takes like, oh, actually, oh, takes, and this, oh yeah, this is actually, I thought for some reason that I reached this position, and I thought, okay, I'm just lost. I thought that I was just lost because whatever thing I take, it just takes my rook, and I don't know why I thought that I was lost because of that. You see, like such like stupid conclusions that I reached, and yeah, king h5 is just the best move. I was like, okay, I can't go h5, which I could, but I just thought, okay, it just doesn't work. So I went g5, and I was like, okay, just whatever. I just want to go to my room and just forget about this game, right? And here, after thinking for a while, like he just he just played rook a3, and I was like, oh my god, he just blundered so hard, bro. Like, what? How does he play rook a3? It doesn't make sense. I just take, and he can't capture back because, bro, it's a draw. It's just a draw. Rook e5, like rook f8. I don't know. This is just a draw. And so he realized that he blundered super hard. So what did he do? He went to rook a6. And I was like, okay, let's attack the bishop. Like king g7. He just went bishop e6. And I was thought, okay, I just have a draw. I just take. He takes. And, I just have a draw. I have the pawn. Even if he wins my pawn, I have rook against rook and bishop. I think I can easily hold this. I had time on the clock. And I was like, okay, chill. Let's go. He went rook g6 check. I went king f7. He started bringing my king. He started bringing his king in, and I was like, oh my god, okay. Just don't get mated, and you'll be fine, Rick. So I thought, okay, he's not threatening any mate right now. So no. I was like, okay, let's just check, right? Let's just check. He went rook f4, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna check him again. If he takes my pawn, it's a dead draw, and that's what I want. I just want a dead draw, and we're good. So I checked him again, and here, if he went probably king e5, I would just check him again. I would just like threaten repetition. He can't really go away from his thing because, I mean, I can always check him, and if he goes close to me or something like that, I probably have like here, and I'm doing fine. That's what I thought. So here, I mean, here he just went here, and I was like, what? He just went the king g5, which is so bad. Like, what is he doing? He allows me to just push my pawn. Like, what is he doing? For sure. Like, what? And yeah, I just was like, okay, what are you trying to do? And he starts checking me, and I was like, what? Isn't this just losing, bro? Like, bro, like, I just run. And he checks me again. I just go back. He checks me again. I go up. He checks me again. I go up. He checks me again, and king c5, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. He's just completely losing. Like, what? My pawn is promoting to a queen. Like, what is he doing, bro? Like, I was like, I can't believe. Here, I started getting so excited. Like, I was like, what the? No, as soon as he checked with the rook, I was like, this guy just blundered super hard, bro. There's no way. Like, what are you gonna do? And we reached this position, and I was like, I was holding so hard to not laugh. I was trying so hard not to laugh. I was like, holding so hard not to laugh. I was like, I was like, what the hell? And he just played rook e6, and I just queened, and I was like, oh my god, how did I went from this position right here? How did I went from this position right here to this position right here with the queen? Like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, I'm just completely winning. I just decided to go slow, check, counter check. I was like, okay, king b6, okay. And here he went king e4, e6, and I was just like, okay, I have like 7 or 6 minutes on the clock. Let me just relax a little bit, look into my opponent, with the face like, what are you fucking, what are you doing, bro? And I was like, okay, let's just win this calmly, okay? queen d8, and here he didn't resign yet, which okay, I respect. He went bishop b4, and here I was like, wow, I have mate in one. I just played rook f6 and I made it in, and this has to be the first time that in my games, like classical games, that someone just gifted me a win like this. I never got so lucky in a match ever. Like, I didn't deserve at all to even draw after the choke that I made. Like, it would be a miracle for me if I drew the game and I ended up winning somehow. And this was a very like strong opponent in terms of his elo. As you can see, 1800, so like 300 points better than me. So I was like, wow, and it was crazy, honestly, very crazy, and I can't even explain what happened in this game. Was so bad by both of us, like, but in the end, I mean, what can I say? Maybe never resign, even down a piece, completely losing. Don't resign, and why not? You can have something like this, and yeah, I mean, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys laughed at this, because I mean, well, I mean, like I already saw this game a lot of times, and even now, like, just making this video, I just keep laughing because this is just ridiculous. I think I will never have this happen again in a game. Like, hopefully I never be on the white side from this perspective of this game, because I mean that, Jesus, I never saw like someone just throwing the game. Someone so higher rated, someone so high rate, with such a high elo, throwing a game like this is just incredible to me. And whatever, I mean, thank you so much for this. Like, I think I won like 36 points or 35 points for this win. So thank you so much, my friend Claudio, my opponent. Thank you so much for the gift. And you know, it's not Christmas, but thank you. It was Easter, so thank you for the Easter gift. But yeah, jokes aside, I mean, shout out to my opponent. He played way better than me, but whatever. Um, yeah, this was it, guys. Another long video. And yeah, next match. So I'm like 2 points, 2.5 points out of 3 in the tournament so far. I was like top 15 in like 132 players or something like that. I was having the tournament of my life, you know. It was an awesome day of chess that I can't even explain. But yeah, let's see how I do in the next round. So next video will be round 4, and there was 7 games, so still a lot of games to come. And yeah, guys, bye bye, see you next time.